Okay, so before I send this drive shaft off to get it balanced, I want to go ahead and fix this problem here. So, as you can see, it rocks back and forth this axis as it should, but this way is real stiff. And I think that could be attributing to the vibration that we're getting. So what's going on here is this strange yoke, strange engineering, strange engineering yoke, is just a little too narrow on these pockets in here for that. So we're going to go ahead and take the straps off. It's a bolt-on yoke. Take the straps off, take the yoke out, and just mill a very little amount out of the inside of these caps. And hopefully that won't squeeze the ends of the U-joint quite so hard, and we'll have a nice even movement there. So, gotta find the right Torx bit. Or not Torx, pardon me. Allen bit. That's it right there. Drop some more stuff. Yeah, I know. It's a mess. It's okay. There is a method to some of this madness somewhere in there. I promise. I hope. So. Oh, wait. Okay, well. Let me go grab my ratchet. That poor little impact is dying. It's losing its breakaway torque like crazy. Alright, I'm going to have to move the camera on this. Oh boy, let's see. Might have to take this over to the vise and clamp it in there so I can get a good grip on it, otherwise it just wants to spin. Yep, okay. We're going to have to either stick this in the back of the transmission or put it in the vise, but we're going to have to move it. Here we go. There we go. There we go. Should be far enough splined in to break these loose. Yep. Okay. Now, take this out of here. Oh, what fun. You know the problem with having a place to keep all your stuff? You start getting a lot more stuff than you had when you didn't have a place to keep it. And then all of a sudden, you don't have anywhere to keep your stuff because it's too full. I'm going to go grab my impact, zip those out real quick, and then we can mill that down a little bit. And we're back. So yeah, this poor little impact, you know, it used to start engaging when you just barely pull the trigger. Now you get to there, it kind of locks, and then you kind of get it to move, but then it just kind of slips and goes all the way. I've had it for like 6-7 years. Got a lot of good use out of it, but it's might be time to get a new one. I really like this yoke. Pardon me. But it's always been kind of trouble. So, right on the inside of this cap, right inside of this yoke, we've got a little raised spot so that you don't have to run the clips. You know, usually on a 3150X or U-joint, I believe that's what that is. I might have gotten numbers all messed up. I'm dyslexic, so anyway, you have to run a retaining clip on the outside. Now this is a conversion U-joint, so it's got the factory style U-joint this way, and then I think it's 1350, 3150, something like that, U-joint this way. So it's a larger diameter this way. And they usually have a clip that goes on the outside of them, interior snap ring. These ones have a snap ring that goes on the inside of the strap, here and here, to keep it from expanding outward. So on this, however, instead of using an O-ring, or not an O-ring, a snap ring, on there to keep it in, it's got a little ledge, and that little ledge is a little too tight for the U-joint. And so I believe that's what's it's squeezing the U-joint, because these move very freely normally. But if you compress them really, really hard, put a lot of preload on that thing, then it gets awful hard to turn. So we're going to try and mill just a little bit off the inside of these straps. And hopefully, we'll do this nice and careful, but that will keep it from, hopefully we can keep it from getting damaged, and hopefully that'll help free up our yoke. Well, we have some success. It's definitely better than it was. It used to be quite a bit harder to move on this axis. It's still not as clean and free moving as it is on this axis, but it's definitely a whole lot better. We're going to call that a win. Send this thing off to get rebalanced. See, it's got this nice score in that weight. This one's kind of messed up a little bit. There's some dings in the drive shaft itself. There's a weight missing off the other end, but I think mostly changing the U-joints to these conversion U-joints and then adding this yoke is probably mostly what sent this thing out of balance. But yeah, it's going to go off tonight, well, tomorrow morning. I'm going to load it up in my car with me, and then on my lunch break I'm going to drive it over to a shop where they're going to balance it for me. Probably take them about a week, they said, so I'll have an update on that sometime next week, hopefully. I won't be able to tell you if it is still shaking or not, because I won't have the car back together in a week, but we will have the drive shaft hopefully back by next Friday. And that'll be like the first Friday of March or something like that. I don't remember exactly. No, that's not true. Yeah, next Thursday is the 29th. So next week Friday is the March 1st. Yeah, so it should be back by March. That'll be awesome. And then we'll just be waiting on the engine. Hopefully I'll have all my other parts that are on order. Hopefully those will be back by then. Or here, not back. Hopefully those will all be here by then, and I'll have like the brakes system all put back together. And most everything else done on the car, and then we can get started on the transmission here. I'm actually really excited about doing it. I just have been putting it off because I'm excited about doing it, and things like the subframe connectors and the brake lines I really am not excited about, so I wanted to do them first, get them out of the way. Yeah, that's going to be it for tonight. Thanks for watching.